NBA 2K17 MyTeam is at times extremely fun and rewarding, and also at times extremely frustrating, and is likely to make you grow a few gray hairs. A lot of your experience depends on the caliber of your team, and unless you're willing to fork over some real money or spend countless hours grinding away at domination and blacktop, it's pretty hard to get a contending team that matches up well against others online. But luckily, I'm here to help. I'm T-Benz, and these are the top 10 cards you need to invest in NBA 2K17. Number 10, current day Kristaps Porzingis. Don't let the 76 overall rating fool you. Porzingis can match up against some of the game's best. With a smooth mid-range stroke with the ability to shoot from behind the arc, Kristaps Porzingis is the stretch 4 you've been looking for at an extremely low price of 800 MT, which should only take you one challenge game if not two in order to save up for the 7'3" Latvian. Number 9, Mavericks historic point guard Nick Van Exel. At 79 overall, this card can be absolutely dominant. While for the most part you'll see plenty of Steph Currys and Kyrie Irvings online, this card flies way under the radar. With an 86 open mid-range and an 84 3-point shot, all complemented with a quick release, you can take the game over with Van Exel. Also adequate with his playmaking skills and quick feet, you can also complement other players on your team with this card. And the best part, Van Exel will only cost you 1700 MT. Number 8, Clippers current day center DeAndre Jordan. While his free throw and jump shot are absolute garbage, defensively speaking you need to look no further than DeAndre. Fairly athletic at his position while he's able to shut down diamond caliber big men in the post with a high block rating, and in transition can throw down with the best of them. If you're looking for an anchor in your starting 5 to hold the fort defensively, pick up Jordan for a smooth 1000 MT. Number 7, Lakers collection reward Robert Horry. The first collection player on this list, and definitely not the last, Robert Horry is a terrific option at small forward when you get the game rolling. A rebounding specialist for his position tied in with a great athletic ability and a pretty solid 3-point shot from the corners, Horry stuck around on my team until just recently, and I'm currently at about 800 cards or so. For a reliable and consistent option at small forward, get your collection up by collecting shoes and cheap jerseys to get this Sapphire card. Number 6, Bulls collection reward Jay Williams. The first reward collection player you'll receive, Jay Williams will probably be your best option at point guard when you first get him, bearing you get a sweet pull when you first start out. Good from pretty much anywhere on the offensive end of the court, Williams brings some pretty good wheels along with him too. With a mid-80s jumper across the board and a whopping 95 speed, you'll be burning through picks and also opening up good driving opportunities with this great card you get at the start of your MyTeam journey. So get those 60 cards as soon as you can to start feasting with this card. Number 5, Spurs current power forward LaMarcus Aldridge. While he has been toned down since NBA 2K16, L-Train is still a cheap and effective player at the 4 position. Despite an 82 rating in the post, it still feels like Aldridge's fadeaway post jumper is still really wet, and that 81 open mid seems a lot higher when you use him in the game. Combine that with a ridiculous wingspan and rebounding ability and you have a terrific power forward for the foreseeable future. And L-Train only costs you 1200 MT, can't go wrong with that. Now it does help you that once you do start getting up there with your collection, there are plenty of reward options at power forward as well. Number 4, Timberwolves current center KarlAnthony Towns. Another card that I must admit was very hard to take out of my lineup down the road. Towns is a great combination of athleticism, defense, and all-around scoring. With an 86 open mid and some pretty high percentage looks in the post, Towns is great from outside the post as well with good picks and a good driving layup and dunk as well. While he technically can shoot threes, I'd advise using him at mid-range instead and as a pick-and-roll threat. Add that to his great defensive rating, and you've got yourself a bargain at just 2500 MT. Number 3, Wizards reward collection point guard Robert Pack. The lone challenge reward card I have on this list, and don't let his stats fool you. While he seems fairly average across the boards in terms of attributes, I can tell you that I still use Pack on my team as my 3rd string point guard because he's so damn good. Athletically, he's elite at the point guard position with 90 speed, a 90 overall driving dunk, and a high layup rating as well. And while he isn't very good from mid-range, he can hit threes at a pretty good rate with his 79 rating as well. Add that to a pretty solid defensive set with a high steal rating, and you will want to get your 3 challenge tokens to unlock this terrific player. Number 2, Hornets historic shooting guard Jason Richardson. So far I've kept this list to 2500 MT and under, but this card I simply had to put on this list. Yes, Richardson is pricey at 13,500 MT, but if you're going to save up for a superstar and a guy you can always count on offensively, it's this card. I have amethysts and rubies at this position, and yet I still find myself having as much success as I did with this Richardson card. His one weakness may be his mid-range jumper, but other than that, Richardson is a scoring machine. With an 86 rating three-point shot, which will feel like a 96 three-point shot when you use him in the game, Richardson is always a threat to rain down triples. However, he's just as effective driving, with a high-rated layup and a nasty 90 overall driving dunk. While his speed only says 80, this card feels a whole lot faster coming up around picks and running in transition. If you were thinking of saving up some big-time dough, this is the card to get. And number 1, Clippers Collection Reward, Quentin Richardson. You know how I said I couldn't find the same success in Jason Richardson in anyone else? Well, I kinda lied. At a mere 175 cards, this Quentin Richardson is arguably the best three-point shooter the game has to offer so far. With a 94 open 3 rating, I shoot at about 70% with Richardson on a game-to-game basis. Add that in with strong athletic stats, a pretty good driving game with a respectable mid-range shot, and you have an absolute scoring machine. Depending on the game, I actually start Quentin Richardson at shooting guard over Amethyst Jerry Stackhouse because he's just so good. So that's my list. Did I miss any cards that you think are vital to your My Team that are relatively affordable? Leave it in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe. I'm T-Benz, and I'll see you soon.